Hello, my name is Malinda Scott, and this assignment is for my deal making and negotiation class at Full Sail University. I'll be going over the negotiation between Warner Music Group and YouTube. Back in 2009, Warner Music Group went to YouTube with an agreement which would allow Warner to sell their own advertising against premium music videos and users that sign up and to allow others to use Warner's music content, with the agreement that the revenue would be generated would be shared, but Warner would be keeping most of it. According to TechCrunch.com, the deal also includes rights to Warner's publishing arms. Let's talk about the conflict that arose between Warner Music Group and YouTube. In 2008, Warner Music Group decided to take all their license off of YouTube's platform, which we know is owned by Google. At the time, most of the music that was on YouTube was sourced by Warner, so most of the music videos started getting hard to find, as well as any videos that users made that had songs of Warner's music groups was hard to find. As this was done because of the disagreement of the licensing rate that was lacking in the deal. Warner Music Group felt they should have more than just the simple fact that around 1% or less of the revenues had to do with YouTube's ads and fees associated with it. Each party had their own position in the negotiation. Warner's position was, according to Rolling Stones, Warner's was seeking $25 to $40 per every 1,000 plus views instead of the $5 or $8 they were receiving under the previous agreement in 2008. Warner's wanted to have a deal where they could get paid up front or if they should go along with other labels, or get paid after the music was reviewed. Also, Warner Music Group's statement was published in New York Times saying that they agreed with the terms that YouTube wanted because they felt that the artists, songwriters, labels, and publishers were not valued enough and they needed to be compensated more. YouTube's position was to make sure that everyone was treated fairly, the users, the labels, artists, and publishers. Unfortunately, they were unwilling to pay record labels what they wanted. YouTube also wanted to have the best experience for their users and their artists. When it came to Warner Music, they were leaning towards more of making a profit. Their interest lies within their artists and making sure that they get treated properly by being compensated for the work that they do. During the time of the negotiation, 1 billion of the videos that were on YouTube was from Warner Music Group. Back then, music sales were declining and moving more towards the digital age. They wanted to make up for the loss that they had when they were not working with YouTube. Messed up. Before we go ahead, I want to actually go back to YouTube's position. YouTube had other companies that were partners with them that they also wanted good standing relationship with Warner Group. But they wanted to make sure that they held firm to what they wanted because the other companies might want to turn around and renegotiate their contracts. No. The mutual benefits arose in the negotiation. According to New York Times, the statement by music manager from TubeMogul stated that YouTube owes most of its popularity and ad revenues to the fact that the users can find almost any music videos. They used BATNA. YouTube knew exactly what they wanted and was ready to do what they had to do. In this case, YouTube knew that letting Warner go was something that they had to be done. They were prepared to make it happen if they needed to let go. They wanted to focus on their other relationships they had, and that they thought that it was best suited to let Warner go. They did separate the problem from the people. Although Warner had made negative comments towards YouTube, both parties in the end focused on the issue at hand. After 9 months of negotiating the terms, they finally agreed to the terms and worked together. After reading the negotiation between YouTube and Warner, there are a few things that went well throughout the process. The process of getting to an agreement took a while, and both parties took the time to prepare and understand everything that needed to go into this negotiation. Another thing to note is that both Warner and YouTube both have really good problem solving, and that their relationship remained intact. They both knew that collaborating they would solve a demand in the industry. I do not think it was necessary for Warner to state their negative comments towards YouTube publicly. There was no need for Warner to place the blame and point fingers at YouTube. Because of this, users suffered by having to take down or reformat their videos, causing negative animosity towards YouTube. An agreement indeed was reached, and it was achieved in 2009. After 9 months, they decided to work together since there was a high demand. Both Warner and YouTube agreed that Warner would sell advertising around videos and not YouTube. YouTube would get the cut of the revenues made. Warner would be able to have their own channel dedicated to them on YouTube's platform. And more importantly, users can be able to use the music provided by Warner in their videos. This allows for a long-term agreement between the two that will foster a meaningful relationship between the two parties. Thank you.